We're still under an upper level ridge today, so high pressure looks like kind of a slow start to the day, warming a little bit, westerly winds. Surface winds, we're looking at sort of southerly, probably southwest in our task area, starting out light, around 4:30 p.m. The stronger west push should come through near Entiat. I don't think that's going to affect us too much here by the lake, but do expect the winds to ramp up around 4:30 p.m. Boundary average is looking like west-southwest 12 to 15 kilometers an hour, and top of lift you could see up to 25 k's of west. Buoyancy to shear ratio looks good. Average climb rate's probably 3 to 4 meters a second. Top of lift peaking around 10,500 after 4 p.m., but I believe that's on the flats. I don't think we'll probably get quite that high over here. And I think you'll be able to get to 7,000 feet over the butte starting around 1 or 1:30 p.m. High base cumulus are predicted in the mountains to the west, but I think they'll be a little out of reach for us today, unfortunately. We're not expecting any high cloud, no cirrus shading in the forecast. I said the smoke situation is going to be similar to yesterday. Obviously it isn't. We have more here. It's really hard to predict exactly where it's going to flow overnight and set up. Fortunately, I think it's thin enough. It's not going to have a significant impact on the thermals. So we'll be fine in smoke today, but I don't think it's going to get thicker than it is now. And like I said, it's warming a little bit. Surface highs should peak around 93 Fahrenheit, 34 Celsius. Temperatures at top of lift, probably looking at 55 Fahrenheit, 13 C. But if you're in the air late and really top out of climb, maybe it could drop to 46 Fahrenheit, 8 C. It seems like things really sort of uncork after 4:30 and along with that wind. So, that's the overview.
Thanks, guys. Let's give our task force a big round of applause for knocking it out of the park this week. Evan Bashir, Brian Fletcher, Alan Shoemaker, and Galen. Well done, guys. Just real quick before we get into the task, I'm going to get Gavin to come up and have a quick chat. He wants to just fill you guys in on the hike and fly comp down at Red Rocks. Thanks, Gavin.
Thanks, man. Before I get started, how about a round of applause for the best team in the world with comps and the best organizer ever. So awesome. Thank you guys so much. Amazing. Yeah, a lot of people have been asking questions about the hike and fly at Red Rocks. We will soon have a website out about this. It's called xredrocks.com. There will be 2 classes, Adventure and Pro. There's a 5,000 prize for the winner of the Pro because we're trying to get Kriegel over here. But we've got definitely going to have some X-Alps pilots there. There's training available from Ben Abruzzo if you want to get fit for it. Who's trained myself and Willie and Eduardo and Ben's training for all of mine. He's awesome. And it's going to be a stage race because we don't really have the logistics. We were trying to do it kind of like the Eigerfly, but we don't have the huts and all that. So it's going to be a 3-day stage race scored independently each day. The pro class will be sufficiently hard, most likely top landing if we have the weather to do it. And it will start, hopefully if we have the weather, it'll start and end at the rodeo grounds every day. So you'll get home, go to bed, get plenty of rest, and then get prepared for the next day. No supporters needed. You'll be able to carry all your stuff. If you don't carry enough, you'll suffer a little bit. And the adventure class is not scored and really just based around fun. Also physical, but fun, and most likely no top landing. And like I said, there's going to be more information on the website. Gavin's working on it right now, and we'll have that up shortly. Revis will be the taskmaster every day. Super simple scoring. You know where you stand every night, and we're just trying to get stuff going for the future. So we're really excited about this. And Red Rocks has all the logistics and the drivers and the retrieves, so it should be a lot of fun. I think the problem we're going to run into is just space. They're already really filling up, and they're capping it this year to not have the madness that they had last year. So we don't know yet how many slots we're going to have, but hopefully about 50 in the adventure class and 25 in the pro. There's already a whole bunch of sign-ups. They closed that down because we don't even have any information on it. So there's going to be spots available, but if you're really keen, come see me, and I'll just keep track for now until we get the website going and we can make all that happen. But Hope to see you there. Thanks.
Hey, Gavin, did we sign up?
I think they've already closed it.
Okay, so that's the entry, sort of.
Yeah, that's kind of the way in now. But I don't know. I think they're going to probably just section us off or something. But I mean, we'll be using their whole logistics. But the last I saw on Facebook a couple days ago is that it's closed. So that's going to be the problem with space.
They didn't give us the option.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, Gavin. All right, guys. So we've got a 72-kilometer task. This is kind of one of my favorite flights to do. Is just to fly around the lake because it's beautiful. You're not exposed to a long retrieve. Flying along these foothills on the north side of the lake works really well. The scenery is amazing, and there's plenty of good landings out there. We've got a 3K exit around the butte, a forest. The edge of that cylinder is going to take you over Alt 97 to that treed out ridge that you can see there. The next turn point is the airport over here. So just there's going to be a decision there whether you're high enough to actually cross the lake, or you're going to have to backtrack along the ridge towards the butte and then get high here before you go and tag the airport turn point. 4th of July peak, you can't see it, it's in the smoke out there at the corner of the lake. And we're basically just doing a couple legs back and forward along the north side of the lake. So the course line should be pretty much marked for you guys as you're going backwards and forwards. And then we're using a new goal, a Man's LZ, which is Singleton Park down beside the lake here, with a 400-meter cylinder. I don't think there's any obstacles if you come up short and land in that 400-meter cylinder. There's plenty of open space for you guys to land in safely and still get your time points. Nat, looks like you got a few trackers you want?
15 trackers that you picked up.
15 trackers, so grab your trackers if you want to get scored. And we'll do another rebrief here in a sec once we've seen some gliders climbing and we can set a start time. Thank you very much, everyone.